Welcome to Yogendra Singh Yadav on the Prudent channel. How do I introduce Yogendra Singh Yadav? Well, he's a common man, nothing particular about him. He represents the Aam Aadmi Party, and let's not bother to introduce him. He is here to introduce to the voters in Goa what are the capacities in them. He is going to mirror that. He has come down from Delhi right now. We know that Delhi badly needs him. When I say Delhi badly needs him, it is India which badly needs him, because he is really posing as a representative of the common man. Here is somebody who is talking of changing the color of politics, not just winning or losing a few seats here and there. Yogendra ji, you are fond of quoting Kashiram ji earlier and saying, कुछ चुनाव होते हैं, पहले चुनाव जो हारने के लिए होते हैं, उसके बाद हराने के लिए होते हैं, और तीसरा चुनाव होता है वो जीतने के लिए होता है. Now, what are you in this for, this Delhi election which Aam Aadmi Party is fighting? You are going to lose, you are going to make somebody lose, or you are going to win it?
Thank you for this very generous introduction. I don't know how important is my role there, but yes, certainly I do believe that the Delhi election is crucial to the way this country's political destiny might be shaped. Because what we see in Delhi is a contest between politics of substitution versus politics of alternatives. For far too long in this country, we have seen oscillation between two parties. One party goes, you hate it, you get another one, you hate it too, you go back to the first one. Voters of the country feel helpless, they feel they have no alternatives. And in Delhi, this is an experiment for changing the kind of politics, the color of politics, the style of politics, the substance of politics. That's what we seek to change. And that's why Delhi is so crucial. But your question was about something very, very specific. It's right. I mean, you're right to say, the day the party was formed, I had actually quoted Kashiram and said, first election is to accept defeat, second is to ensure someone else's defeat, and third election is for winning. Kashiram had said it to suggest how a new party can make its way and how tough the way is. And frankly, my expectation was that in the first election, if we get 10–15% votes, no matter whether we get any seat or not, that should be enough. I thought that what matters, that even then we would be able to change rules of the game, we would be able to shape agenda of politics and to get some idealist youth into politics. But last 11 months have proven me wrong, and I'm very happy that I've been proven wrong, because something spectacular is happening. It's possible that we've stepped into a vacuum whose depth we did not realize. And what we see today is that we have certainly crossed the first two stages of a party which contests the first election and loses, which normally happens, loses badly, gets 5% votes, 10% vote. We crossed that stage in the month of February this year when we conducted a poll and found out that we were 14% there. The second stage of ensuring someone else's defeat, or as they say in Hindi, vote katwa, spoiler. We've crossed that stage as well, way behind. That was left probably in the month of July, August. Now all the polls agree that we are somewhere in upwards of 25%. Whatever that share is, they have different ways. Our own poll shows that we are number one, but people don't believe political parties' own polls. So if you go by independent media polls, everyone concedes we are 25% plus. Now that is extraordinary. In the history of India, if you look at political parties which were new parties, not the ones which were formed by splitting some other party and so on. New parties contesting their very first election, only two parties have ever crossed 25% vote, which is Telugu Desam and Assam Gan Parishad.
Yeah, now I agree, it would be extraordinary if you cross the 25% thing. The question is, would this 25% polling translate into the seats? Sometimes you do get percentage, it doesn't translate into seats because the seats get lost. So how, in terms of seats, what is it that you are? You're talking of 25% of the seats that you are going to get, or 25% of the vote share? What is it?
I was only speaking of the vote share, and I was taking a minimum common denominator of all the surveys.
Yes.
Our own survey shows that we have 32% vote.
Okay.
I was saying if you take the worst of surveys, they are giving us minimally 25% vote.
Yes.
You are absolutely right to say that at 25% vote, you don't get too much seats. You'll probably get 18 seats, 19 seats out in the 70 seat Assembly of Delhi. But the point is, after 25%, everything that you add begins to give you a very rich harvest. And after 30%, the moment you cross 30, then every 1% gets you 5 or 6 seats. My sense is that we have crossed that particular threshold, and given that 1 month is still to go, we have the momentum, and I see it a clear, distinct possibility. Yes. I would say today this is the most likely outcome, that Aam Aadmi Party can win with a clear majority. I know it looks strange. I know today people would say, this man is just claiming these things on behalf of his own party. Yeah. But I just want to remind you that all the election waves have been seen only retrospectively. Once it happens, everyone says, of course it was clear. I knew it was going to happen. But when it's happening, people don't see that.
Yogendra ji, I will not really bother you so much with these seats calculations, because yours is a party. You have been always saying that more than winning and losing seats, it is the issues that you stand up for. It is taking the issues to the people. But then you are a social scientist. You have been into this business of even predicting the voting behaviors of people. Perhaps you are a magician and you know to read the minds of people. But politics is something more than merely reading minds of people. It is molding mind of people. What is that one-upmanship for Aam Aadmi Party, that you will be able to mold the mind of the voters in a different way?
I claimed right in the beginning that Aam Aadmi Party represents not just a politics of substitution, but a politics of alternatives. Why do I say so? And this is connected to the question of molding the minds of the people. There are 5 things that Aam Aadmi Party has done, which I think is distinct from the way political parties are run in this country.
Can you?
For the first time, there is a party which has a rule that says no more than one person from the one family can occupy any post in this party anywhere in the country. Okay. Dynastic politics has been banned in the constitution of the party. Yes. 2, for the first time, a political party has an ombudsman, a Lokpal within the party, whose decisions are binding on the party.
Who is the ombudsman now?
We have Admiral Ramdas, who is the former Admiral of Indian Navy, one of the most honest officers that we have known. He is our ombudsman today. You can complain to him against me, and his decision would then be binding on me.
I see.
3, first time a political party in the history of India has raised white money and is willing to display every single name of someone who has contributed even 10 rupees. It's on the website.
If I'm not very inquisitive, how much you have raised?
We have so far raised 18 crore rupees, and you can get every single detail of who has contributed that money, from where, and at what point of time. And I'm very happy to say that majority of that money, more than 50% of that 18 crore has come from tiny contributions less than 1,000 rupees.
Great.
So that's crowdsourcing for the first time
yes.
in Indian history. 4th, for the first time any political party has gone to its workers to ask them who should be given the ticket instead of the high command deciding the tickets. 5th, for the first time a party has gone to the people and asked them what should be your manifesto. Why don't you write your own manifesto for your own constituency? These are radical experiments, and as you rightly said, success and failure in politics is not just about number of seats.
In Delhi, I think even Congress has been inviting suggestions from people what should be included in the manifesto.
For the first time, Congress has invited suggestions at the all Delhi level, and allow me to say, I count it as our success.
Okay.
We have forced Congress to recognize this. BJP now says they will also issue 70 manifestos for every constituency. I take pride in this. When BJP has to remove Vijay Goyal and bring in Harsh Vardhan because of integrity issues, I take it as my success. When Congress has to stop the ticket of 3 MLAs who are very seriously tainted with criminal charges, Congress is unable to decide its mind, I take it as Aam Aadmi Party's success. So yes, things are happening.
Yeah, Yogendra ji, I'll grant you that yes, it's a good sign that Congress or the BJP, the main parties, they are copying from you. Great. The problem is, Is Aam Aadmi Party also trying to copy the other political parties? For instance, recently Arvind Kejriwal courted a controversy by visiting somebody who has a reputation of advocating fatwas against people like Taslimat Tasreem. Now, what is it? In what way are you different from the other political parties? Is this not vote bank politics?
I think the issue got blown up. Arvind clarified that. He said that he has been meeting a large number of persons, including people of religious backgrounds. He has met Shankaracharya, he meets Granthis.
I have no problem of meeting people with religious background. But if there is somebody who openly issues fatwas, can that be digested
by Aam Aadmi Party? But Arvind himself said that he did not know about this aspect of this person.
Okay. He did not know.
He said that on a television channel. The only trouble is that the media then wanted another 48 hours of grilling on the same thing. Now, we are new to politics.